Alright, you guys, so it's been a minute since I've dropped a video, and the reason for that is because I've been experiencing life. Part of that time I was a bit off routine, and that kind of pushed me off just being aligned 100% with my high conscience, with my best self, right? So I come back today from a question from Miguel. Shout out to you, Miguel. He asked a question: how to deal with self-doubt when taking big steps and making change in your life. Now, there's a few different ways in which you can build self-confidence to overcome that doubt, right? Because like my mentor says, you either have faith or you have fear. You can't exist in both. Both cannot coexist. So if your faith is so strong, it doesn't matter what kind of doubt, what things are happening, fear, all those things will not exist. Yes, they're normal. But if your self-belief in yourself, in your certainty, conviction in you and your ability and your mindset is so strong, you can't be stopped. How could you be stopped? And if you're waking up early, you're working yourself daily, whether that's gym, eating healthy, eating right, reading, personal development, all these things, and slowly each day you're becoming a better version of yourself, then you build confidence by keeping your word to yourself, by keeping the daily positive habits that are giving you that confidence, right? One of my clients, shout out to Pedro, he's changed 180, completely different person now, a month later after working with me. And that's all to him, right? I'm more of someone who, when someone needs help, I'm here, but only they can take the steps that it takes to actually change themselves. So in a whole month, he's dropped vices. He's become his better self. He's slowly chipping away and just not really adding things, but just taking away things that were really keeping him down from being his best self. That's the whole thing with a lot of people, right? They have this, maybe they make a lot of money, but they have vices. They have this dark side that's just as strong as the good side that helps them to make the money, to work hard, to all those things. Because if you self-sabotage, it doesn't matter how strong that stronger side is, because the dark side is just going to pull you back. So it's more about a thing of subtraction and letting go of bad habits, bad people in your life, bad thoughts in your brain that are holding you back. Your self-talk, what are you telling yourself, right? So start by keeping your word, waking up early, daily habits, affirmations, The way that I think is much different to a lot of other people, or my old self. My old self is dead now, Some people may not recognize me. They say I've changed, etc. Good. That's what we're working towards, becoming our better selves. Of course, we're not going to be the same person we were a year, 2 years ago. That is the scariest thing you could have, is being the same person you were a year, 6 months ago. You always want to get better. You always want to prove, especially as a man, progress. Progress is everything. If you're not progressing, you're not working your goals, you're going to feel in your consciousness when you're trying to party and go out and enjoy yourself and have fun, right? So that's how you get rid of doubt. Having faith in yourself, but building that through holding your word to yourself, through doing the hard things. If it means starting a business when people around you doubt you or tell you can't do it, and then you go and do it, that's proof to your subconscious, okay, that's a feedback loop. I did this, Every time you do a good action, go and reward yourself. Buy a coffee. You hit a certain revenue per month, go and invest in something nice for yourself. So you actually enjoy your work, you enjoy what you're doing. And also, you're building a positive feedback loop for your brain that this is good what I'm doing. The hard stuff is good, right? I enjoy this sacrifice. I've been in a calorie deficit for a year now on 50%. Yeah, I'll have times where maybe I've, peaked out in Brazil or Argentina, but that's the worst thing I've done in the last year. That is probably the only thing that throws me off. So the reason I do that is because I feel good. I want to stay in shape. I don't want to, I enjoy knowing that I've sacrificed more than other people. While everyone's enjoying comfort and all these things, I'm like, nah, fuck that. So that gives me confidence too, because I know not everyone has that or is proud of themselves, of who they've built. So of course I'm confident, because I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, fuck, you look good. Shit. You know, we had a sales training today with some of the boys, and I was just going through the call with them on a cold call. And when I started, I was trash. I had no conviction. I was trying to read off a script. It was all very structured. But now my conviction is so high, and I was like, whoa. I was like, yeah, because I just know I can help this person, and I simplified in my brain, and I understand their problem better than they do, and I'm able to articulate that, and I dig into the problems that they give me, that they tell me. So my confidence and my conviction in what I'm doing is so high. It's so high. But even when I'm at the gym, right? When I'm out and about, you know, in a social setting, I'm very confident because I've worked on myself, because I have built someone that I'm proud of, that I look back and I'm like, fuck, what a sick cunt. Fuck, he looks good. Dresses well. All these things add up. But I didn't start this way. My old self, unconfident, you know, seeking pleasure, just vices, alcohol, all these things, that old person is dead now. He's gone. The old self of limiting beliefs, self-doubt, gone. One more thing that you guys can do, which I did while I was, you know, trying to start my agency and living in a housing commission area, I went to the rich areas of Sydney, and I just went, had a coffee, you know, at a local cafe, walked around the nice $1 million properties, and it changed my mind, because I'm starting to hear conversations that are different. There's no conversations from people that are going to work their whole lives and then die at the same job. And no discredit to them, because obviously people got to provide. I'm not trying to say everyone has to be a fucking entrepreneur and ripped and all that. Yes, if you can. Yes, of course. But hey, that's another thing. But go out there and challenge yourself. Of course, people are skeptical about online money. You know, I've been ripped off, but I didn't stop. I kept going. But it takes one person that you follow, a mentor, to change your belief and be an example for you to change that, and then you to do the same thing for someone else. So when I was around those areas in the nice restaurants or whatever it was, I was like, fuck, this person they actually have money to buy this thing, or they can drive this car, they think a different way. That's a great hack that you can do to actually change your mind. So I'm gonna leave it at that for today, but that's where your confidence starts. It starts with you, okay? Confidence, you don't just get from the money. Yeah, it gives you, you know, a nice feeling, but it's not confidence. If you are fat and you're overweight, you are not confident. Don't lie to yourself. We all know you can do better. So start with your habits. Start with keeping your word to yourself, and everything else will follow through.